Hi, my name is Magdalene,
And I'm Juliana.
and this is our portfolio piece on Aster and Ivy.
Aster and Ivy is an indie rock band from Jacksonville, Florida. The band includes Irno, Mitch, Ryan, Quinn, and Ruben. Aster and Ivy got their name by combining the aster flower and the ivy vine to get Aster and Ivy. When creating their EP, they were inspired by Japanese culture, so they used cherry blossoms as well as Japanese text to create a floral theme throughout their album.
We would choose to work with Aster and Ivy because we can always expect growth and passion within the band. Aster and Ivy is a band that chooses to be self aware and identifies their weaknesses in order to strengthen them. This has been shown through their inclusion of a new member to become the lead singer when the other members wanted to focus on their instruments, and also through their consistent communication with fans over social media.
The target audience for Aster and Ivy is women ages 16 to 22 years old. They are primarily Caucasian and their income is between $15,000 to $30,000 annually. A majority of their fans are single without any children. Their family life is heavily focused on their parents and siblings because generally they're a younger age. Hobby and lifestyle choices for their target market include seeing alternative bands live, thrift shopping for vintage clothes, being involved in meme culture on Twitter, open mic nights, and traveling for concerts. Some clothing and accessory brands that the target market wears includes Urban Outfitters, thrift shopping, so secondhand shops, fanny packs, chokers, Vans, high-waisted jeans, and crop tops. Their fans are normally vegan or vegetarian and are living on a tight budget. So a lot of them eat at brands like Morningstar Farms. They eat brands like Silk, Trader Joe's, and Simply Balance. Some restaurants that they would go to include Ethos, Crispers, and BurgerFi, where they have vegetarian or vegan choices. Some other artists that Aster and Ivy fans would listen to include The Rex, Weathers, Milk, The Forum, We Beasties, and Honey and the Youth Antics. And then some films that they would watch include To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Sierra Burgess is a Loser, The Breakfast Clubs, and 16 Candles. So let's talk about their strengths. So one strength that Aster and Ivy has is their social media presence. So through their Twitter and their Instagram, they're able to interact with their fans every day through posting photo shoots, videos, snippets from their live shows, responding to fans, and constantly creating content for them to view. Another strength that they have is booking live shows in Florida. So for their local fans, they're constantly able to play shows in Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and the surrounding areas. So as their management team, the best way to utilize their social media is using it to market their merchandise. So this would include posting links to their clothing lines, their physical merchandise like vinyls and CDs, and also linking them to streaming sites, so like Spotify and Apple Music. With that, we're also able to promote concert ticket sales. So when we post a gig, we can share with their fans where the gig is, what time the gig is, and then post the link so that they can buy their tickets ahead of time. And with that, we're also able to start looking for sponsorships with brands that would appeal to both Aster and Ivy target's audience and the brand's target audience, because if we create a big enough platform that a lot of people are looking at their website, we're able to talk to these companies to say, hey, like let us endorse you because we're able to put it on our social media and get new customers for you as well as fans for us. To take advantage of the potential revenue source of booking shows, we need to start booking some shows outside of Florida, but still close by. So we'll start booking shows in like Savannah and Atlanta and in the Georgia area. Also, we can go more towards South Florida because it's definitely a market we haven't been as in touch with. So we can go down to Fort Lauderdale and Miami and start branching out to bigger markets. Also, we can start selling physical copies of their music at their shows because it's something that they haven't been able to print and press and sell at shows. So that is another way we can get revenue while at the shows. All right, so let's talk about some of their weaknesses. So one weakness that Aster and Ivy has is that because they are a small band starting out, we do not have them signed to a record label yet. And a big benefit of a record label would be having their access to marketing and access to more funds to be able to book tours outside of Florida, as well as a record label will be able to put funds towards having them getting into a studio and recording their next album. And of course, more music means more revenue for the band. Another weakness that they have is not having an active online website. So if you search up Aster and Ivy on Google, they do have their Twitter show up, but they don't have asterandivy.com. So if we're able to get the domain and create a website where fans are able to access merchandise, show dates, information about the band, any of the content that they post, links to their social media, we can even create a mailing sign up list. So creating a website would take away from the fact that they don't have one, and it builds a more reliable name for them, because when you search Google and you can't really find them, it discourages people from looking farther to find their music, and it takes away from their credibility as an artist.
From Brian Epstein and Peter Grant, we learned how to support our artists, protect their worth, and how to brand them. Despite the fact that it wasn't always showcased by these artist managers in the most positive light, we learned from their wrongdoings. We can apply this to Aster and Ivy's career through firmly stating the percentages we want from shows and building a brand through the use of light pink in their stage props and merchandise. Some of the opportunities that influence the goal structure include song licensing for Aster and Ivy's song Changes, the band being a local opener for the Florida Man Music Festival, and building Aster and Ivy's Facebook following. These opportunities influenced the goal structure we created because it allowed us to build a timeline for their projected success. The 3-month goals include creating a website and merchandise site, releasing a new single, and building their Facebook following. In order to achieve building a website and merchandise site, they will dedicate time to developing a website that includes links to their music on Spotify and Apple Music. In addition, they will be incorporating an established theme and providing a link to where their fans can purchase merchandise. In order to release a single, they need to write, record, and market a song that incorporates all members of the band. Considering that they just introduced a new lead singer to the band, this will establish the band's sound to old and new fans. In order to build Aster and Ivy's Facebook following, they will consistently post similar content to what they post on Twitter and Instagram in order to gain more fan interaction. In addition to that, they will spend time responding to comments on their Facebook posts in order to give fans a personal connection on Facebook. One 6-month goal includes touring to 5 cities within a state radius. In order to build a tour in 5 cities, we will need to contact venues and promoters in Jacksonville, Atlanta, Orlando, Tampa, and Savannah. The venues should hold around 100 or less people, so Aster and Ivy can fill at least half of the venue. This being a 6-month goal allows them time to find supporting acts, sell tickets, and market the tour. In addition, it gives the team time to budget food, gas, transportation, and lodging for the tour. By the time they reach 3 months into the 6-month goal, they should have the tour dates booked, tickets should be on sale, and the team should be marketing the tour. Another 6-month goal is to create and release a music video for Aster and Ivy's song Changes. During this time, we need to create a budget for the music video, hire a crew, brainstorm and decide on an idea for the music video, film and edit the video, and market and promote it. By December 1st, the filming date should be set and the crew should be hired. This ensures that the plan is running smoothly. The third 6-month goal is creating an emailing list. Aster and Ivy will create a mailing list using MailChimp and collect emails by offering a free sticker to those who sign up at their shows. This will be done at the merchandise table. Considering that this would be in the same time frame they intend on touring, this is the ideal time to work towards achieving this goal. A one-year goal is to start sync licensing. This allows Aster and Ivy to generate revenue and gain exposure through their music being played on media platforms, including film and television. In order to achieve this goal, they need an established catalog of music that involves all members of Aster and Ivy. This means they cannot use any of the music they recorded prior to the new lead singer being introduced into the band. This also gives them time to decide which songs they want to promote through sync licensing. One opportunity would be to use Aster and Ivy's song Changes on Freeform's Good Trouble, which will air in 2019. Freeform and Aster and Ivy share a similar target audience, so this will allow them to have a positive exposure to their intended market. Another 1 year goal is to create a new merchandise line. This allows new fans to purchase something to represent the band, and pre existing fans to buy new merchandise from the band. New merchandise will include pins, patches, and a custom shirt. Their target audience is known for using pins and patches to decorate their backpacks and jackets. All of this merchandise should follow themes that their new music represents. By July 1st, Aster and Ivy should have created the types of merchandise they want to sell. The last goal is to be a local opener for the Florida Man Music Festival. The FM 1019 Florida Man Music Festival in Orlando showcases alternative artists who have found massive success in their genre. Aster and Ivy being one of the local openers gives them exposure to a larger number of people in their target audience as well as gives existing fans the opportunity to attend and support the band. By September 1st, Aster and Ivy should have an established relationship with FM 1019 and should be registered to be in Battle of the Bands to compete to be the local opener for Florida Man. Being one of the local openers gives them exposure as well as allows already established fans to attend the festival.
And that brings us to the end of our presentation on Aster and Ivy. Thank you so much.